Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what you need to hear at this time. I've set that intention with my deck and with my guides. So if you're here because this popped up on your feed, it is for you. And if you're here because of the title, then this is definitely for you. So let's get into your message and see what Spirit has. I also brought out an oracle deck to pull from at the end, and we'll get some additional messages from Spirit through that. Four Cups, kind of holding back, stagnant energy here. Be sure and like the video, leave a comment if you feel called to do so, and definitely subscribe if you like the messages. All the interaction that you guys do with the video really helps to push the messages out there. So it gets it to other people and it helps me to grow. So I appreciate it. Thank you. That Four of Cups on the bottom is about, needing to see an opportunity here, being open to new possibilities, new opportunities that Spirit is trying to hand you. This very much reminds me of like the Ace of Cups card or an Ace card. It's Spirit trying to hand you this opportunity, but you've seen the disappointment before, right? Like kind of dwelling on the past is not going to help you move forward here. And it's just like a very stagnant type of energy. The situation is the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity, right? This is about equal give and take. So this guy has a scale here in his hands, but he is giving and he has all these pentacles, right? So it's about equal give and take. It is about putting in as much effort as you are getting out of a situation, a relationship, whatever this is. This could be about work. It could be about a relationship, but it is about that equal give and take. But the blockage here is temperance. So temperance is this archangel, right? This archangel has these two chalices and they're balancing that water in between those. So it's about like the flow and the ease and about staying balanced. Again, I feel like things have not been balanced here. This archangel has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. So they are grounded, but they are also in tune with their emotions here. And I feel like things have been very imbalanced. Whatever the situation is for you, the root cause of this is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about learning. It is about higher knowledge, but it's also about like institutions like corporate America, can be about religion like church, but it's also like marriage. So whatever this Hierophant is for you, the situation, it is imbalanced. There's not equal give and take. This could be about work. If this is corporate America, it could be about you putting in all of this effort into work and not getting any kind of reciprocity from that, right? Things are just not balanced. So in the recent past, we have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is about sneakiness. It is about lies. It's about deceit. It can also be about strategy, right? Like needing to be strategic. So maybe you have started being a little more strategic in this situation. But it could also be about like some sort of deceit that happened. Maybe you were deceiving yourself here, because that can be very much about self-defeat or deceit. Or it could be, that someone was deceitful in the past, at a job or in a marriage, right? Your higher self or your subconscious, we have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is about communication, but it's also about kind of going like an even flow, right? This forward progress, this fast forward movement here. I feel like this is like your higher self telling you to keep moving forward, to keep making that forward progress, and like going easily, right? Like not fighting anything or not going against it, right? These are all going in the same direction here. So it is about like moving forward with ease. Like just keep moving forward. In the near future, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is about balance. It is about trying to balance out maybe resources. If this is about a job, then you could be needing to balance your money better, or your work-life balance. Maybe things have, that's the imbalance here. is work-life balance. Maybe you're putting in too much work here. So in the near future, this is definitely about needing more balance. It's also about going with the flow. So I always see the water here at the bottom and how it's like up and down. It's like needing to be flexible and needing to go with the flow in a situation and remain balanced, trying to balance out more here because things have been very imbalanced. Your thoughts and feelings, we have the 10 of cups. So you are really wanting this 10 of cups energy. 10 of cups is like ultimate emotional fulfillment. This is, the perfect spouse, the perfect house, the perfect job, perfect family, whether you're wanting kids or, this nice big house, what it could be, all of it, right? This is just whatever is your ultimate wish fulfillment here is what you're really focusing on. And you're feeling like this is what you want to bring down here to earth, right? You're really focused on this 10 of cups energy, your happiness, ultimate happiness, not just yours, but like your family's as well. This could be involving your children, your spouse. This could just be your immediate family, right? Like parents, siblings, that kind of thing. So the environment, the influence here is the Queen of Swords. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be dealing with an air sign. You can be, but this is also about boundaries, speaking your truth. She is very honest. She is very truthful. It's about getting clarity. So you could have gained some clarity on this situation recently about how unfair or how imbalanced it was. And that is what has you kind of maybe being strategic or really kind of starting to go with the flow more and trying to balance things out. She's also very good with her boundaries. That can be another like thing that you're needing to balance out, your boundaries, and knowing, especially if this is a job, knowing when it's time to leave that job and go home, right? Like you're not answering the phone after you leave. You're not working after hours and not getting paid for it. Or, in a relationship, this can be about you having boundaries and not letting someone overstep those. So the Queen of Swords, I always see has her sword up and she is ready to cut things out that don't serve her. So she is very logical and very intellectual. She has her intuition about her and she's, good at communication and gaining clarity, but she's also going to cut things out, right? Your hopes and fears is the 7 of Cups. So this is like kind of that wishful thinking or maybe like confusion here. I think you're fearing that you're wishful thinking, right? That this is too good to be true, or again, like being very closed off. That 4 of Cups energy is about not seeing opportunities here in front of you. I feel like if you keep moving forward, that is what it's going to open up opportunities. So try not to be disillusioned here. This 7 of Cups is about having all of these options, but needing to choose one. Like, don't get lost in this fog here. Don't get lost in the decisions or get overwhelmed with the amount of decisions. That could be your fear. You could also be hoping that you have options, which you obviously do. We always have options to make a different choice. So the potential outcome here is the Death card. This is Scorpio energy. This is some kind of ending and a transformation. This could be a transformation in how you're seeing the situation. This can be a transformation in a mindset. This equal give and take, you really starting to kind of see things for what they are. This could also be an ending to the situation. So whether this is a relationship or some kind of career path, whatever this Hierophant is for you, there's some kind of ending that is coming in here. But I feel like it's an ending that you want, right? Let's see. What do they not see coming, Spirit? What does Taurus not see coming? Oh, wow. Okay. You got 4. So we have the Hermit card, the World card, 6 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So this is very much about you going within to find those answers, right? Maybe in solitude, doing some soul searching here, and we have like the ending of a cycle, moving on from that and following your heart here. So definitely not equal give and take in a situation, and it's left you imbalanced. So you're kind of doing some soul searching here in the near future, really going internal to look for those answers. So the hermit is that Virgo energy, and it is very pulled back, going in solitude. So kind of like being on your own right now, to find those answers. And then with the world card, it's all about a cycle completion, right? Some kind of fulfillment here. So with the world, I always see the circle like a portal. This is you kind of walking through this portal with your lantern here, right? And really kind of seeing things for what they are, or, really looking for answers here. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is about moving on, again, a transition. You could physically be moving. That is my card for moving. But I feel like it could be more about a mindset, like moving away from a situation, a job, a relationship, whatever this Hierophant is for you. You're moving on from that and leaving it behind you here. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is, that Prince Charming energy, but it's also like cups are about your emotions. This is about following your heart and going after what it is, like what is going to bring this 10 of Cups, right? So this is you going after this 10 of Cups and continuing to focus on your ultimate wish fulfillment and moving forward, right? This Eight of Wands, this kind of just moving forward and making that progress and leaving things behind here with that Queen of Swords, cutting things out, moving on from things that don't serve you. What is their advice, Spirit, during this transformation? Awesome. So we have the Five of Cups, the Fool, and the Nine of Wands. I feel like this is Spirit really not wanting you to dwell on what is lost here and really embrace this new beginning coming in here. And then, that Nine of Wands, overcoming these obstacles, like really pushing through that last obstacle because you're right at the end of a cycle here. That Five of Cups is about loss and grief. This person is so focused on these Three of Cups that are spilt that they're not noticing this Two of Cups behind them. And it leads to this bridge in this house, right? So I feel like this is Spirit really wanting you to heal from this transition, this moving on, and realize that there are good things coming in here. Don't focus on what is lost. Focus on this new beginning. And I realize that that's easier said than done when you're going through an ending and a transformation, but it is always best to look at the bright side and realize that things are ending for a reason, right? Spirit wouldn't end cycles in your life if it wasn't to move you to a higher level. So, and then you have that Nine of Wands. Like, look at all the lessons you have learned and integrate those lessons into this situation. Why are you moving from this, right? Embracing this and understanding the lessons that you have learned. Take these lessons with you and then push through this last obstacle, right? What did you learn from this situation? Whether this was a marriage or some kind of job, whatever the Hierophant was for you. Because you have this World card, which is the end of the major arcana, and then you have the Fool, which is the beginning of the major arcana. So you are completing a whole new cycle and moving into some kind of new beginning here. And then you have the Death card, which is about an ending. So with these three major arcana, this is a big ending. So this it really is you kind of like leaving some sort of job or leaving a marriage, right? Whatever this Hierophant is here for you, this belief system. This can be you leaving behind a belief system, right? This could be you leaving the church in order to go through a more spiritual path, right? Whatever this is for you, whatever your happiness is, and this Hierophant is for you. It'll be different for each of you. Let's go ahead and get you some oracle messages. You have for Taurus, Spirit. It always amazes me that like the water signs, fire signs, earth signs, like you all have something like in common with each one, right? I just always find that so fascinating. It may be slightly different, but there's some that is still the same, right? That just I always find that fascinating. Warrior spirit, relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle here to master your forceful nature. Nice. I love that. Really pushing through here. Inner peace. You're letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. That's definitely what that hermit is about, right? Going inside and finding those answers, doing some soul searching, meditation, being in solitude. In my experience, has really opened me up to so much. It's opened me up to my intuition, my guides, and really being able to hear my thoughts in peace has helped me tremendously. And sometimes it's difficult to be on your own, but again, you have to look at the bright side of that. Like, you're going to come out of that so much stronger. Consider the options. You've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. Again, that Four of Cups, open to the possibilities, right? Don't be so closed off. Find the lesson. Something has happened and it stopped you in your tracks. In reality, it was simply teaching you where you needed to grow. There is no such thing as failure, so pick yourself up, learn from it, and keep going. That's what this Hierophant can be too, right? This integrating some kind of lesson about balance, about equal give and take, and you needing to learn this lesson. That's very much what that message could be about as well. Reflection. You're being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is a mirror to your soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. Again, this looking at these lessons you've been through, this Nine of Wands, and really embracing this new beginning here. You've been through a lot. That Nine of Wands is a heavier energy, but it wasn't for nothing, right? There's this whole new beginning about to open up for you. I feel like you just need to embrace it and be open to it. So I really love that for you, Taurus. I hope that this message helps, and I will see you next time. Bye.